The AIDS epidemic studies now show HIV cases are decreasing nationwide, but there is one group seeing a growing number of new cases.
So what's causing the spike and who is this group? CBS 13's Dom Garcia is getting answers.
There's this idea that if you're HIV positive, life is over, or this idea that if you're LGBTQ+, you're less than. That's far from the truth.
Jorge Armando Diaz is speaking from experience, diagnosed with HIV 23 years ago.
I was a college kid. I fell in love. I didn't have the education or the tools needed, and HIV entered our lives at a very young age.
Today, he's living a healthy life, and he's a leading voice as a mental health clinician and a program manager at Nosotros Viviendo, which translates to Living with HIV. The program is part of Equality California, a civil rights group that advocates for LGBTQ+ individuals at all levels of government and communities.
Community continues to be a culture where sexuality is not often discussed, and a lot of times we have LGBTQ+ youth who are Latino, who are the ones often rejected by their families or their church.
Jorge Reyes Salinas is the communications director at Equality California.
See, the amount of people that come through the doctor office that get tested the numbers is beyond high. She goes into details and she says it's multiple people with STDs, STIs, HIV, AIDS. And she said her mom said something ain't right. What's going on, y'all? What is going on out here? Because she was like, they coming in there left and right, dripping with sores. Like, at this point, y'all, I don't know. Because this 2025 has been a hell of a year. And from the numbers, what these people are saying, Texas, Louisiana, Atlanta, what? Something ain't right. Something is not right. Something is going on, y'all. It have to be something, because something is not adding up. What's going on? And this is for entertainment purpose. This is nothing harmful. This is for entertainment.
Let me tell you what's happening is that everybody is sleeping with everybody and nobody is using a rubber. And when you talk to a lot of people that's in the culture and what's happening in society, what's really playing out is nobody is taking accountability and everybody is just seeing it through. And I also believe that the promotion of these drugs from the culture, PrEP and all of this stuff is giving people a false sense of it's okay, you can rock with it, it's not gonna hurt you, you'll be fine, don't worry about it. I think that is also creating this false narrative in the culture and in society that it's okay to do, and it's not okay to do. And people are suffering, people are dying.
Replace your huddle with a LinkedIn. I'm telling you get much more attention. Like, shut the hoop dream. You're unemployed. Your priorities are a little less.
Don't cancel, but I'll eat Taco Bell.
Just gonna need a crunch, man. Thank you for accepting us. At a confession, I've been eating taco the last 3 days.
I see why you felt that. And I still eat Taco Bell.
You don't cancel me. But if we didn't work out, I'm still shooting at your best friend. Oh, God. It's different, bro. Stop blocking my blessings. You rude. If I'm being honest with you, especially we didn't do nothing. To be honest, you being a bad friend, like looking out for your friends.
You know your friends better than we know your friends. So if you think one of your friends is better than one of my friends, then you need to go ahead and flip the script and make it happen for the cap. That's what I'm saying.
Cassie, the easy exam. Still a good man. Oh, which is that name? Oh, cool.
Ever since I caught you on that ice, I know she no more.
And I've never even been farther than Gaithersburg.
It's not natural. It's not real. Don't cancel me. But I don't like dark outline on your lips. I don't know why y'all keep taking this colored pencil to your face. Me personally, I don't like it. Why do brown on your lips? Don't cancel me. But spaghetti is not a side dish to catfish. I just didn't grow up like that. I'm telling you, I don't understand. Who did that? A lot of people. It's a black thing. It's a black thing, but y'all know pasta. I'm not that bad. Your weed smell like that. It always smell kind of burnt. I was just thinking that. Why did they get that? Do they smell weed deodorant? I'm about to say, as soon as he said they had to smell, I'm like, hold on. It smell hot. Y'all heard they saying BBL stink? Yes. Bro.
So I do have to get from in front of the closet because I do have to go, but DL, come on, like listen how they're laughing at women and talking about women. I told y'all what they do in private. They're showing you what they do in private. None of them even look straight. I didn't even go to their page. I just got tagged that I wanted to do a little quick reaction video before I get up out of this house. I don't even think they straight. I'm pretty sure if I get in them pages, they're not straight. It was nothing given straight. Look at them. Prototypes. DL prototypes. And let me go eat because I feel like I haven't eaten. I'm all jittery and loud today. Let me go eat and calm my nerves. But yo, look at them. Prototypes. DL prototypes. And let me go eat because I feel like I haven't eaten. I'm all jittery and loud today. Let me go eat and calm my nerves. But yo, that's it. I'll see y'all later tonight.
Alright. They think we gay. Oh, for real, they think we gay. We gay because you got it.
So just a little quick run through before that full video. We're not saying that you're gay, but I want you to explain this. Because, sir, nothing is straight about this. Any women that see this right now listening, this is the type of stuff that you have to look for. This is not straight behavior. Why is he on the back of this jet ski? He clearly had his arms wrapped around him at some point, right? Clock it. So then, boom, here come the other one. Okay, we got to keep going with him a little bit. And again, this is just a preliminary check. This is not the full video. See this? This is the kind of stuff you want to pay attention to. See how close they are? See how he's leaning and them knees are touching? Pay attention for this. Like, do this look like a couple? Yes, it does. And look, the light skin ones always love a chocolate one. You see who the common denominator is, right? Even this. You mean to tell me there's two women and two men and the two men decided to stand beside each other? It's obvious. So again, to just bring it home, this is just a preliminary check. They said, we're not gay. We're going to see by the end of my full video if they're going to stand on that. We're going to see if they're going to have explanations because, and don't be in my comments, they're
Macking holes, my crew's for hot. Bad question asking, blunt casting, music lasting. But I just can't quit because one of these homies Biggie got to creep with, sleep with, keep the ep a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot? Cause we both got hot. Now check it. I got more Mac than Craig and in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes. See those by the layers. True fucking players. Jump in the Rover and come over. Tell your friends jump in the GF3. I got the chronic by the tree. I love it when you call me Big Pop. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you call me Big Pop. To the honeys getting money playing niggas like dummies. I love it when you call me Big Pop. You got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Baby. Straight up honey, really I'm asking. Most of these niggas think they be packed.
reason. And Biggie Smalls, we know he died, but I believe that there was something to his death. See, because now we're living in a time where young folks wear what they want. You know, they all up in church wearing Rockaway and Sean John and representing all of these godless, perverted artists. Oh, it's getting quiet now, boy. But Biggie Smalls, see, this is what hip-hop does. It takes something we know is wrong and tries to make it right. Biggie Smalls has an organization called the Junior Mafia. And in the Junior Mafia, he had broken the Junior Mafia up into 3 groups. He called each group a 6. Yeah, I'm going there. Yeah, that's it. So he would call the entire Junior Mafia 666. He had clothes made and was getting ready to start a clothing line right before he died called 666. Now can you imagine, had he lived and done that, how many of our young folks would be right up here in church wearing the mark of the beast? Because when the devil wants to push an antichrist agenda, all he has to do is raise up a superstar. They be in here defending it. The holy hip hoppers, well, it don't mean that. It don't mean 666 no more. It mean 3.
Hey you all. So I compiled some clips because I saw online a trend discussing the HIV epidemic arising again in the Black community and amongst Black women. And the word of God says in Matthew 4 that it is written. What people fail to realize is that this epidemic of being down low is happening not only in the church, but it's happening in music. It's happening in music. And there are hexes and spells put on top of influence, and it's being released to make it seem like being down low is normal. And this is why, as Black women, you have to protect your body. You have to protect your body. Don't play with down low men. If you see any sign of a man being down low, you need to get out of the relationship, because they will infect you with HIV. They will infect you with herpes, and they will infect you with HIV. What is going on is that men, I would say, are going so far to being hypnotized by what they see in music videos and what they see in social media. So because they see down low behavior, and this is primarily in the Black culture, but I'm gonna also discuss some stuff with interracial stuff. You got to be careful, because they see in the music videos down low behavior, they begin to copycat that. And they start doing that. They start engaging in it behind closed doors. The problem is that they're sleeping with men unprotected. They're sleeping with other men unprotected. I remember there's an episode of Law and Order about this. They're sleeping with men unprotected, and they're going back and having sex with other women unprotected. And they think that they can hide it. They can't hide it, but they expect you to put up with it. Do not put up with that. I actually have been dealing with something, because I have been dealing with a string of down low men. And I said, I'm just going to take a break from dating. Most recently, my ex-boyfriend, I had to break up with him because he had started, I had not been intimate with him for a while, but he had started having bumps on his mouth because he was smoking weed with a man who was openly gay, sleeping with other men, but sleeping with other men unprotected. And so when they were smoking dope with each other and smoking weed with one another and drinking off each other's drinks, I had to pull him aside and ask him, are you gay? I'm just being honest, like, y'all, and because he said something about intimacy, he said that's unsanitary. And I told him, I said, I just think it's ironic that you're saying something unsanitary, but you smoke dope with a man and suck dick. That's just you coming on, you giving me gay vibes, you giving, and I had to break up with him. And now that I had said something, he wants to pretend on social media to act like he's homophobic, but I know for a fact that you down low. So women, you can't be naive. And there is a very well-known apostle from Chicago. The whole city of Chicago know he gay. It's sad. The whole city of Chicago know he gay, because he is. He can try to hide it, but everyone knows he's gay. I don't even have to bring up his name. They be like, hey, have you heard about Apostle so-and-so? What? He do this and that. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. I don't even be bringing him up. It just come up. So Black women, the rise of HIV is happening because these men, and it's not all black men, these men are having sex with each other and they're not telling you that they're gay. That's why black men are starting to bash black women so much. They're starting to bash black women so much. And a lot of times they think that white women are stupid. So they'll go date a white woman and bash a black woman, hiding the fact that he liked to put his dingaling in another man's butt. One of the issues that I had in Tuscaloosa, who is big there, them white boys will turn a black boy out so quick. It's big in Tuscaloosa. It's big over there. In Chicago, a lot of the black men be down low with each other. But in Tuscaloosa, them white men will turn a black man out and call him a few racist slurs and show him. They gonna buck him real quick over there. But Black women, you have to be careful. And we need to stop falling into this narrative of being promiscuous, because being promiscuous with your body is causing HIV and is not cool. Having sexually transmitted diseases is not cool. And Black women need to stop putting themselves in the position. Every time you date a new man, you need to sit down and say, I need you to get tested. If he don't want to get tested, then he just don't have sex with him. You need to just call it for what it is. And even if you're in church, you need to stop falling for all of that. God told you, so God said that's your husband. God this and that. No, you need to go get a STD test. I don't want to hear none of that, because Black men in the church are down low. And I'm gonna be really honest with you all. It's a lot of bishops and a lot of apostles having sex with Black men in the entertainment industry, unprotected. And so you're going to see a rise of this. A lot of Black pastors and a lot of Black male apostles and preachers have exposed their wives to HIV and AIDS because they're having sex with each other unprotected. So Black women, stop falling for the ride or die dangerously in love persona. Protect your body. I'm not even going to disrespect you and say close your legs and get off your back. I'm not going to do that, because human nature is to have sex. Human nature is to desire sexual intimacy. However, get these fools tested. Stop letting him smile in your face because he light skinned with pretty teeth and curly hair. Stop letting these fools smile in your face because he's 6'5", dark skinned. He got waves in his head. Get him tested. If you don't, thank you, Holy Ghost. There was a man that I was calling long distance. One day he just called me out the blue because I had moved to Chicago. He was still in Tuscaloosa, and he had just called me out the blue. And he said him and this girl, they're not talking anymore. He want to know, am I still interested? I said, yeah, it's cool. And so we were talking. The Holy Spirit told me, I'm so serious. The Lord told me, he said, Diamond, he has contracted something since you two have not slept with one another. He's going to get angry when you bring it up. I said, okay. I was coming home from work. He called my phone, and a very handsome man too, very handsome, very strong. The Lord said, ask him who he's been in bed with. I said, okay. So we on the phone, and I say, who have you been having sex with since we haven't been with one another? He snapped on me. He said, you're toxic. I don't like talking to you. This is why I don't want to be with you. This is why I can't stand talking to you. He hung up the phone. I said, well, you ain't said nothing but a word. Block. You know why? Because you have been in bed with somebody who's been infected, and you don't want to tell me. You don't want to tell me. And I know these things because I have learned hard lessons, especially being in the Marines, of people sleeping, of men that would screw back to back to back to back, not wear rubber, give you an STD, and then lie and say that they didn't give it to you. You got it from somebody else, but they really the ones that had the disease. Black women, protect yourself. They already talk bad about Black women online. They find every reason. They say the Black women are ignorant. They're ghetto. They're ratchet. Why would you put them in a position to make fun of you for having HIV and becoming a statistic? Protect your body. You are going to see a rise. The reason why I showed Notorious B.I.G. in that transgender is because everybody knows the song Big Papa, but the song is not about him being called Big Papa about a woman. The song is him popping a man in his butt. That's what the song is about. That he was in a relationship with another man, and the man that's a transgender, and the man calls him Big Papa. The song sounds good. The song sounds good. But when you really look at the song and listen to what he's saying, that's why you got to be careful with frequencies. But I brought it up so that you all will know, the black women, this is going to become culture. You have to protect yourself, because black men listening to hip hop and having sex with other men is going to become, I won't say normal, but it's going to become a common thing. And they're going to expect you. You're going to see it. You're going to start seeing it in music videos. You're going to start seeing rappers kissing another man and then turn around and kiss a woman, because they expect you to put up with it, and not so. You're putting yourself at a higher risk for HIV and AIDS. So black women, protect your body and stop letting these men play with your mind. Stop letting these men play with your mind. Because, baby, let me tell you something, especially being in Chicago, a lot of these men call their wives, hang up the phone, and go to their boyfriend's house. And they get down like that in North Carolina. But in North Carolina, the men will be working on your car as a mechanic. And then he'll be texting your husband, and your husband going to screw your mechanic behind your back. I'm telling you what I know. I seen it with my own eyes. Your mechanic is piping your husband. So just be wise. Black women, be wise. Be wise, be wise, be wise. Maybe I'm praying, because even with interracial, you got to be careful, because it's a lot of white men that like to have sex with black men, and they team up on black women and try to fight them. So you got to be careful even with that. But just so you know, black women, when you start dealing with men who constantly bash black women, talking about your weave, talking about how you look, saying your face is ugly, saying your BBL stink, it's because they like men. And that it makes them feel better to belittle you, so that you don't think that they taking something up their butt. If a man is always talking about your BBL, it's because somebody been in his butt. If BBL is Brazilian butt lift, so somebody's been in his butt. Protect yourself.